What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Black Ops Cold War gameplay once again, and we're going to be rocking the LC-10 with my brand new setup for this class. Gotta say, after I finally found some new attachments for this thing, it's slowly becoming one of my top tier SMGs once again. You know, after the nerf, after they changed my original class setup, I kind of fell off from this gun, didn't really enjoy it too much, but after you guys told me on my stream a couple of times, and if you guys don't follow me over on Twitch, I suggest you guys doing so. The link to that is down in the description, but over my stream, you guys suggested me a couple of class setups, and I gotta say, with this new setup I got rocking, it is absurd. But we drop around, I would say 98 kills, almost the 100 bomb this game. I absolutely went insane in today's gameplay. But I wanted to use this gameplay for a couple of reasons. And the first reason I want to use this gameplay is to show off the SMGs, to show you guys that they're viable in Black Ops Cold War. SMGs are always good in Call of Duty games, to be completely honest with you. Even when you don't have to engage up close and personal, when it comes to medium to long range, if you're versing against, the right player, if they're not that good or competent with an AR, you can outgun them. You can win long range gunfights, and they're very handy in this game. But the second reason that I'm showing you this gameplay is because of the secondary that I'm going to be using, that is the Street Sweeper. Now, a few days ago, I actually made a video about the Street Sweeper, and I highly suggest you guys checking out that video as well. It goes over a lot of things and show you guys how overpowered this gun actually is. But the Street Sweeper, and all the other shotguns as well in this game, have taken over Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, again, like I said, I'm showing you guys this gameplay because I want to show you guys the power that SMGs have, but this isn't every single game I play. This is a very rare occasion where SMGs will completely pop off for me because they're completely useless in Black Ops Cold War. As we all know, the main point of using the SMG is to stay up close and personal and have close engagements. That's the whole purpose of an SMG. I'm not supposed to be, cross-mapping people, even though you can. And I'm not supposed to be, outgunning ARs and LMGs at, medium-long range 24/7. No, my whole goal is to learn the map, learn, the positions and where I should flank, where I should rotate, and learn the small parts of the map that I can navigate through to dominate the whole match. That's why, personally, I love SMG gameplay, because it forces you into tight engagements, and it forces you to think a little bit more. Anybody can grab an AR and hold an angle. Anybody can grab an AR and go to, the head glitch that watches over B flag and sit there all game and beam kids, which I personally like to do a little bit more because, I can stack up heavy kills when it comes to holding angles with the ARs. But every once in a while, I like to switch up to the SMG playstyle because, like I said, it's more aggro. It adds more, variety when it comes to the gameplay. And it's more complex. I would say SMG gameplay is probably the hardest guns to use in any game that you could possibly think of because of that exact reason. You have to stay up close and personal. So when you're running out in the open, when you're trying to cross a field, when you're trying to get to another, spot that's close quarters, you're always putting yourself at risk because all it takes is one good AR player, one competent AR player to completely cross-map you, and you can't do anything about it. Yes, you can shoot back, but like I said, if they're good enough, they're going to insta-drill you because they have an assault rifle. It's made for long-range engagements. So I absolutely love using SMGs in games, but in Black Ops Cold War, like I just said, they are useless. The shotguns in this game are so absurdly overpowered that it makes SMGs completely pointless to even use. The whole purpose of using the SMGs is to stay up close, but the shotguns outshine every SMG every single time you engage with them up close and personal. It makes it to the point where there's not even a reason to use the SMG. Honestly, the best way to play Black Ops Cold War is to run an AR and a shotgun. That's it. AR for long to medium range, and then your shotgun when you need to go up close and personal. It's as easy as that. It takes away every bit of variety in this game, and it makes it not fun to use anything else. That's all you see in these lobbies nowadays. Street Sweeper secondaries absolutely everywhere. And if they're not using Street Sweepers, they're using Spaz shotguns. As long as it's a shotgun, it's going to be effective close range, and it's going to completely take away the whole purpose of an SMG. Now, yes, when a shotgun is a primary weapon, that's okay with me. That's cool because they have to stay up close and personal. Just like with SMG players, where we have to learn and navigate the maps and know which parts of the map we are best at, that's the same thing with shotgun players. When you have to use a shotgun as a primary, you have to learn the maps, you have to learn where you need to go. And honestly, I complain about shotguns all the time. I do. In past Call of Duty games, when shotguns were primaries, especially in Modern Warfare, I complained about 24/7, like 7.25s and R9s and stuff like that. I hated that crap. But to be honest with you, they had to keep it close quarters. They outgunned me because they learned how to cut the corners, how to make sure all their engagements were right up close with them, and they made sure that no ARs or snipers or even LMGs had long ranges of sight on them. So yeah, it takes skill to use a shotgun when it's a primary to a certain extent, but in Black Ops Cold War, they're not primaries, they're secondaries. So every single person in the world can run a shotgun as a secondary. And this makes the game ridiculous because it gets to a certain point where SMGs, like I said, are pointless. Why in God's name would I run an SMG that's meant for close quarter engagements when I could easily run an assault rifle as a primary, so I can engage with people at long range at any time I want, and then run an overpowered shotgun that will stomp out anything. Let me tell you something. A street sweeper will outgun any SMG up close. I promise you. It will outgun any SMG up close. It can even outgun SMGs a little bit further than up close. You know, like almost to medium range, but not quite there yet. Like SMG territory. Anything that an SMG can hit, or anywhere that an SMG is supposed to be dominant at, a shotgun will outgun this SMG. And like I said, in past experiences, when you ran into shotgun players and you were using the SMG, you could switch out. You know, you can go and use a different weapon like an AR or, you know, a sniper rifle. You have to combat what people are using. If they're using a shotgun, you have to use a weapon that's going to keep distance between you two. You know, so if someone's running around with a shotgun, I'm more than likely going to pull out an assault rifle so I can, you know, stay back and wait for them to run to me and I shoot them in the face. It's an easy gunfight because I just took a second to think about the engagement and I changed my class around it. But you can't do that in Cold War. You can't change your class around it because everybody has an option to pick up a shotgun. Back when shotguns were only primaries, people thought about if they wanted to use a shotgun or not. Or they have to use a perk, Overkill, which will completely take away from, you know, either using Ghost or some other very important perk that they might want. So yes, there's a trade-off for having a shotgun as your secondary. But Black Ops Cold War, there is no trade-off. There is no perk. So you're allowed to automatically have a shotgun no matter what. And instead of having it as a primary, so people are like, you know, maybe I shouldn't use a shotgun because, you know, it's an AR-based map and people are going to have long-range rifles. So, you know, my shotgun might not be viable and stuff like that, which allowed SMG players, people who wanted to use SMGs, to have a little bit more variety and some more play time, because not every single game you're running into has a shotgun, which means that SMGs were viable. You could go up and, you know, engage with AR players, or you could go up and engage with LMG players, because now you are the dominant force when it comes to close quarter engagements. Not the shotguns, you. And yes, on the occasion, like I just said, you will run into shotgun players, and at that point, you might have to put away that SMG and pull out an AR and play them out, you know, make them come to you and shoot them down. But at the end of the day, like I said, there's trade-offs, and there's actual logic behind the gameplay. There's none of that in Cold War. There's none of that. There's no thinking around it. If someone's using a shotgun and you're using an SMG, it's pointless. You know, you can't switch to an AR because they're probably using an AR too. They're probably using an LMG. At the end of the day, there's no counter to it. Everybody runs the same thing. Everybody, when I say everybody, I mean everybody has a street sweeper shotgun at this point. Like if you go to Nuketown 24/7, which I've been personally grinding a lot because, like I said, I've been trying to take advantage of double XP. I'm trying to grind to level 1000. I'm thinking I'm at level 920 right now. Like I said, if you guys want to catch me doing this double XP grind or just level grind in general, go over to my Twitch stream. Link to that is down in the description. We stream there every single day, and I'm grinding out my XP every single day. But at this point, I've given up all hope in using SMGs on Nuketown because Nuketown, to be honest with you, is an AR-based map. It's all AR angles. The only spots that you can use an SMG are directly in the middle and also in both of the houses. Those are the only, it's like 3 SMG spots on the whole map, and that's it. It's like 20 AR angles. So you have to play it very smart. You know, if you're using an SMG on Nuketown, you can't just blatantly run out there because you're going to have like 20 M16s looking directly at you and you're going to get one bursted. So yes, you want to play inside the house. But there's no point because everybody's using a street sweeper. That AR player or that LMG player is camping on top window. Oh, you want to go flank him with an SMG? Psych, he has a street sweeper waiting for you. He's not just an AR player. He has up close and personal guns as well. No trade-off, nothing at all. He's just allowed to play that way. I've given up all hope in using SMGs in Nuketown because, like I said, street sweepers will completely wipe them clean. There's only 3 spots you can use an SMG on that map, and each one of those spots, the shotguns are going to outgun the SMGs, so why should I bother? Why should me as an individual bother trying to use these varieties of weapons when I could easily just pick an LMG, attack rifle, or an assault rifle, which will deal with medium to long range engagements, and then pick a secondary shotgun for close range engagements? It's pointless, man, and it's sad to see because I enjoy the SMGs in this game. I like the variety. I love the Bullfrog. I love the KSP. I love the Milano. I love the MP5. I love the LC10. I pretty much love every single SMG in this game. It's tons of variety. But the variety is destroyed because of one simple shotgun. If the shotguns weren't there as secondaries, if they just scrapped the shotguns as secondaries and said, you know what? Forget about it. We're going to make them primaries just because. Only pistols and only launchers as secondaries. We're going back to shotgun primaries. I wouldn't even be that mad. I'll be beyond happy because I can finally use an SMG again. But even at that point, guess what? The pistols are overpowered. The 1911, the dual magnums. I mean, shoot, the dual magnums are sometimes better than shotguns. It's just, they did everything in their power to make sure SMGs are useless. Every close quarter weapon that's a secondary, the pistols or shotguns, will outgun an SMG, and it destroys the flow of the game. So depressing, man. So depressing. Because like I said, I think that SMG gameplay is probably the most unique gameplay and the most interesting gameplay to watch. Because SMG gameplay really shows the map knowledge that a player actually has and how they can navigate, flank, and push and be aggro, while at the same time staying indoors in close quarters. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to do that. Usually when people use SMGs or they want to play close quarters, they just camp. But if a player can run and gun, rotate, flank the maps, and navigate a whole map while still staying close quarters, that's very skillful. And I love watching that. That's awesome to see, but no point, man. No point. I'm not going to go ahead and waste my time flanking an AR player just for him to turn around with the Street Sweeper and one-tap me. It's no point. I even use Street Sweepers on my SMG classes. That's how overpowered the thing is. Even on my close-quartered SMG class, which is made for close-quartered engagements, I don't even use a launcher or anything as a secondary. I still use a Street Sweeper because it's that reliable. It's that overpowered. So even on my closest of close-quarter classes that are meant to deal the most damage up close and personal with SMGs, I still run a shotgun. And I still, honestly, in this gameplay you're watching right here, I probably used a Street Sweeper more than an LC10. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to even lie to you. The thing is busted. It needs to be patched. It needs to be nerfed. And shotguns need to be removed as secondaries. I never, ever, for the rest of Call of Duty's history, want to see shotguns as a secondary. It's a stupid move. It seriously is. And it's ridiculous. It's way too overpowered, and it kills the vibes of the game. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call the commentary quits there. Hope you guys enjoyed the Street Sweeper gameplay with a little bit of SMG gameplay here and there. I just can't help myself, man. It's the only good gun in the whole game at the moment. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If by all means you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both links are down in the description. And also got you live streams of video games I do over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.